Peak 7 paving, Silverthorne's 4th Street crossing, and farewell to notable locals in our best of 2019. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News. First, a paraglider smashed into a tree near Sapphire Point yesterday, launching a 2.5-hour rescue mission with single-digit temps and snowmobiles on Lake Dillon. Charles Pittman with Summit County Rescue Group.
When the pager goes off, you never know exactly what you're faced with. And in this one, the primary thing that we had to concern ourselves with was what were his injuries.
The 40-year-old man was with several other paragliders, launching from a clear-cut slope overlooking the lake from Swan Mountain Road.
He, for some reason, ended up impacting a tree and sustained some moderate, not life-threatening, but some moderate injuries.
Complicating the rescue was the man's location between the road and lake on a steep slope. He fell to the ground after hitting the tree.
Was the lake safe enough to put heavy snowmobiles and individuals on? And as it turns out, it was.
The man is recovering today. Swan Mountain Road was closed about 2 hours for that operation. Welcome to the first day of 2020 and the final installment in our Best of 2019 series. Up today, the biggest news from fall and election season. On a chilly September morning, Silverthorne broke ground on 4th Street Crossing, a multi-million-dollar project years in the making, giving Summit's newest city a true downtown. Former Mayor Bruce Butler at the ribbon cutting.
It's a great bridge between old and new, and it's a really, really exciting day for Silverthorne.
That same week, Peak Health Alliance went official with a launch party in Keystone hosted by State Governor Jared Polis.
Rates for the Peak Health Alliance plans for 2020 will decrease between 39 and 47%.
Peak Health has faced backlash since then, thanks to changes with federal healthcare rebates, but officials hope it can still be the model for other grassroots programs. Executive Director Tamara Pogdrankstevit.
There's not a lot of counties out there like Summit County, Colorado, that's chosen to really figure out how we fix this problem locally. I don't think that the administration federally sits there and envisions any kind of an entity like Peak Health Alliance.
With $264 million, Vail Resorts continued its quest for ski world domination by acquiring Peak Resorts, an East Coast company with 17 ski areas east of the Mississippi. Vail promptly announced layoffs for full-time year-round workers out east and in Summit, effective after the ski season. Election season was surprisingly volatile for a non-presidential year, led by a contentious paving question for the Peak 7 neighborhood. If passed, it would have forced 335 residents to pay $20,000 each over 15 years. Opponent Melissa Snell.
A lot of the people that live up here that have owned homes for a long period of time, they all are still, working for the county, and it's a hardship for them. It will definitely be a hardship.
The measure failed, while a new hefty nicotine tax passed with overwhelming support, led by a trio of Summit High seniors sick of vaping. Logan Simpson.
It's become super widespread and almost everybody does it, from athletes to party kids to pretty much everybody. So I wanted to attack it because it's just so addictive and it's such a big problem so close to home, and I'm surrounded by it every day at school.
The girls were part of a national movement that went all the way to D.C., where President Donald Trump recently passed a new legal age of 21. 10 candidates ran to fill just 4 empty seats on the Summit School Board, and voters passed 4A, continuing a $920,000 mill levy for school funding. That cash was supposed to support higher teacher wages, but as of this month, the board is under fire for giving all employees a blanket 2% raise. Winter started with a bang in October, bringing several feet to the high country before a warm November put a halt to terrain openings. Breckenridge Grand Vacations cut the ribbon on its newest property, the Grand Colorado at Peak 8, and just last week, Copper Mountain opened the new Three Bears chair, serving black and double black terrain on Tucker Mountain. Summit lost several notable locals in 2019, including Marie Zadeklik, a Frisco resident for more than 50 years who taught at the Climax Mine School, Ina Gillis, a founding mother at Keystone, and Mark Burke, former owner of Burke & Riley's and one-time town councilman in Breck. In sports, all Colorado teams are off today, back tomorrow with the Avalanche and Nuggets. And in local sports, brought to you by Wilderness Sports in Dillon, Summit High sports return this coming Saturday, January 4th, when Tigers ice hockey plays Mullen on the Front Range. Basketball and the rest get started next week. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.